Alright guys, so today I'm making a video on how to make a minnow trap. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a plastic water bottle, a knife or a pair of scissors, a safety pin, or what I like to use is a little fish hook, and then a pair of pliers. So the first thing that you're going to do, you're going to take your bottle, pull the cap off, and see this wrapper? You're going to cut this wrapper off. Oops. You're going to cut the wrapper off, so it's just your bottle. Now, you're going to look at your bottle and see how it has these lines. You want to cut it right where it starts to taper off. So, right here, where it starts to really taper, and you're going to take your knife, and you're going to make a hole right there. Nice little slit. Now you're going to use your knife to cut all the way around the bottle. Now, this is probably the worst minnow trap that I have ever done. But once you cut that top off the bottle right where it starts tapering, you want to flip this over. And now it should just perfectly fit right in there without falling straight through or being struggled to push in there. So now that you've flipped this around, it should look something like this, with the cap going in, just like that. Now, what I use the fish hook for is, if you put this in the water and you're afraid of this coming out, get your safety pin or your fish hook, grab your pliers, like this, with the fish hook, and find a good spot on your bottle where it lines up, where both edges of your bottle line up. So for me, it's right here. Then take your fish hook and stab it through. So now, and since it has a barb, it won't back out. Now, let's say so now that you've done this, you're going to go and get some little rocks and pebbles, and you're going to put them in this to weigh it down. Because when it's in the water, yes, it may sink, but you want it to be weighed down. So you put some rocks in here, and then after that, you get your choice of bait, whatever you're going to use. So, I like to use bread or, sometimes cat food or dog food. That works really well. So after that, you put the rocks in, you put your bait in, and then what I like to do on most of them is I'll make little puncture holes with the knife, little slits in the bottle for when you put it underwater for the air to come out. So once you've got all that air out, then you let it sink to the bottom of wherever you built, wherever you want to put this, with the bait in and stuff, and then I usually sometimes like to make two little slits, put some fishing line around it, or a little piece of strand, and tie it onto a rock or something, or a stick that's on land or somewhere that's not going to move, so that if by some chance your trap does start to float away downstream or whatever, it's connected so it won't float away. So the purpose of this hook also is it creates a little hinge. So now if, let's say you caught some fish, you can just bend this out, not lose it. And then when you're ready to put it back in, just slide it back in that hook right there. Just careful you don't poke yourself. Safety pin will also work because it'll also just go through. Probably a little safer too because it'll just close right up. But yeah, that's how to make a minnow trap in 5 minutes. So please subscribe And I'll see you in the next one.